Well, hello. How's everyone's everyone's? If your name ain't Johnny, keep scrolling. I'm kidding. Y'all can stay. All right, Johnny, here's part 2. You wanted gravy. Now I'm making sausage gravy, but it doesn't matter whether there's meat in it or not. All gravy's made the same way. Breakfast gravy. It's made the same way. I am going to make mine in a pot. It doesn't matter what vessel you use. You can still do the same thing in cast iron. It's still the same methods. We do all the same things, okay? So I'm making sausage gravy. I'm going to put my sausage in my pot and I'm going to brown it off. And then when we come back, I'll show you the magic. If you're not going to use any meat and you just want bacon gravy, right, just with the bacon grease, you're going to start where we come back, okay? All right, hang on. All right, now, honey, gravy doesn't take long. We got 3 eggs in here, okay? And I just opened up my whipping cream. I put about that much, okay? Whip it real good. Just use a fork. It should look like that, nice and creamy, kind of a solid color. You thought you whipped it enough, do it a little bit more. There we go. All right, the sausage is done, okay? Here's my bacon grease. Oh, sorry. Here's my bacon grease. Just get a regular spoon, because I know you have these, okay? 1, 2. That's how you measure it. Now, the real important thing, salt and pepper. Okay? You know how to barbecue, so you know what seasoning is supposed to be like. If you ain't got no salt and pepper in there, it ain't going to taste good. I'm sorry about that light, y'all. It is what it is. We like a bit of pepper. Okay. Melt that down. I'm going to try to come over here. Maybe this is better. Is that better? No. No, it's not. Ugh, hang on. Okay, so you see, that's all grease in there, okay? Salt, pepper. And then we need enough flour in there to kind of sop up that grease. How much is that going to take? I don't know. Put a little in at a time. See, that's still too wet. And I'll just tell you, I added too much grease in here because, I mean, for us, because it's just one. But you could have done just 1 teaspoon. Okay, it should look like a paste. See how that is? You want to cook that flour taste off, so cook that for a minute or 2. So I'd say for one person, just do 1 of those little spoonfuls of grease. That'll be enough. Just because you need something for that flour to basically stick to make your roux. That's all you're basically doing. I'm going to cook this off for about a minute or so and make sure that that raw flour taste is gone. Then we'll add the liquid. All right, now I've cooked this off. Here's where the controversial part comes in. I use canned milk. You are just going to have to learn water to roux ratio. Always go slow because you can add more water. Your gravy is as thick as it will ever be when it comes up to a boil. So if it's too thick, keep adding liquid. Slowly, slowly, slowly bring it back up to the boil until you get it the consistency you want. I'm going to throw about that much canned milk, and I'm fixing to add a whole bunch of water. Now, again, that was more flour than I wanted. So you see how much water that was. This is kind of a small pot, okay? There's my hand. It's a small pot. You need to basically mix all this in, okay? I'm going to put it back on the heat. Don't walk away from it at this stage. You'll burn your gravy. This is something you need to stand over. Put it back on the heat. I'm going to turn it up a little bit because I like mine to go quick. As it begins to boil, it's going to get thick. If you see that it's too thick, add some more water in it, or add milk. If you're one of those people you want to add good drinking milk in it, knock yourself out. I don't. I will continue to add water until I get this to the consistency I want, meaning that it's not too thick. If you get it too thin, you just kind of screwed. It's real hard to re-thicken breakfast gravy. I can do it, but that's a whole other story. I'm just trying to teach you how to make breakfast gravy. So you would forego cooking the meat part if you just want to use your bacon grease. Put in 1 spoonful, like I showed you, the bacon grease, salt, pepper. Cook that for 15 seconds. Add your flour in till you get it to that paste. Cook that for about another 30 seconds to a minute to get that raw flavor out. And then basically start adding your liquid. Do it a little at a time. I've done this for years, so I kind of know right off the top end about how much liquid I think I need. You'll figure it out after you've done it a couple of times. You don't need to be buying jarred gravy or powdered gravy. That's gross. Southerners don't do that. All right, we're fixing to come up to the boil. And we're going to find out how thick it is. See how it's going real fast? You make your gravy as thick as you want it. You want it like wallpaper paste, knock yourself out. Now see how that's getting super thick? That's too thick for me. I'm going to add some more. All right, I added some more water. We thinned it down. Okay, that's about where my prince likes his gravy. So I'm going to turn that off because we're done. We're done with that. That's done. If you let it sit and cool, it's going to get thicker as it cools. You can add a little more liquid, reheat it again, and it'll thin it back down again. That's how that works, okay? So there's your gravy. That wasn't hard. Hang tight. We still got eggs to make. All right, now look, we still got 8 minutes on our biscuits. Food is also about timing. I don't want to cook those eggs just yet because if I do, they'll be ice cold by the time he goes to eat them. I am heating my pan up on kind of a low heat, okay? We'll get that butter going and let that all go. When the biscuits are done, I will cook the eggs because they'll only take a couple of minutes. All right, I got about 3.5 minutes to go. You want to make sure that your pan's heated, got your butter. I've got it at about a medium heat. I'm going to put my eggs in. All right, here we go. Pro tip, do not season your eggs while you're cooking them. All right, so now we're just going to kind of go. We're going to be a little gentle, kind of stir them and stir them. You don't want to cook these real fast. That's usually where people screw up. Depending on how you like your scrambled eggs. My prince likes his soft. I will cook these until they are just about done, but not quite, because there's carryover time. And if you cook them until they're completely done and then you wonder why your eggs, feel like styrofoam in your mouth, it's because, well, they were still sitting in a hot pan and they were still cooking. So they cooked even more. See, not much to this. Pretty easy peasy, but you need to make sure your pan is preheated. Your butter's melted. You can use butter or oil. You can use bacon grease, whatever you like. Now, I'm just about at the point I'm going to stop. You see there's still just a little tiny bit wet. We're done. Turn that off. Bring that off the heat because that's going to continue to cook. And by the time you get it on your plate and you stick it to your mouth, it will be perfect. Come back and I'll show you the whole thing. All right, now he likes his biscuits crumbled up. So there's your biscuits, right? Look at those eggs. Now you can season your eggs. We're going to put some gravy on everything. He likes it on all the stuff, so. And there you go. There is the prince's breakfast. You'll get him another biscuit with some jelly on it, and he's good to go. All right. You know how to make biscuits, gravy, and scrambled eggs. You could live on that if you wanted to. I'm just saying. You'd never have to cook another thing. But you know how to barbecue, so yeah. Barbecue and breakfast. What goes better? I don't know. But there you go. I hope you have a better day. Try this over the holidays and get back with me and let me know how it works out for you, okay? All right. Love you. Bye.